Wild boar takes on hyenas in an unforgettable clash. In the heart of Africa's brutal wilderness, where survival belongs to the ruthless and only the fiercest thrive, an unexpected warrior rises. Against all odds, a lone wild boar, thick-skinned, tusked, and raging with primal fury, faces off against a gang of hyenas, the notorious scavengers known for their brutal pack hunts. What unfolds is not just a fight for survival, it's a battle that rewrites the rules of the wild. This is the story of one animal's defiance against nature's most savage hunters, and how raw courage sometimes tips the scales against overwhelming odds. The setting: a land where only the strong survive. The African savannah at dusk is a place of uneasy beauty. Golden light bleeds across the dry grasses, casting long shadows from thorny acacia trees. It's a time when the predators wake, stretch, and prowl, when every sound could be the last thing a prey animal hears. Hyenas, with their sloping backs, thick necks, and bone-crushing jaws, rule this twilight world. Feared even by lions in sufficient numbers, a clan of hyenas can tear apart a wildebeest in minutes. On this particular evening, however, they were about to meet something far different, a creature most would overlook, but one no hyena would ever forget. Enter the wild boar. Wild boars aren't exactly the kings of the savannah. Short-legged and barrel-bodied, they root in the dirt for tubers, grubs, and roots. They're prey, not predators. Or at least, that's what most would think. But beneath that gruff exterior lies a fortress of muscle and bone, covered in a thick hide that even a predator's teeth struggle to pierce. Add to that sharp, curved tusks capable of gutting an enemy in a single swipe, and you've got an animal built for war. A living tank with a hair-trigger temper. This boar was a mature male, a tusker. Scarred from battles with rivals and predators, his body was a living testament to survival. He had seen death's face before. He had survived it. The hyenas spot their target. 4 hyenas emerged from the brush, their eyes glinting in the dying light. Their noses twitched, picking up the rich scent of prey. Normally, hyenas prefer easier meals, carrion, the sick, the young. But hunger can make even the most calculating predators reckless. They circled the boar, cackling and yipping, their short tails flicking excitedly. The boar, for his part, didn't bolt. He simply lowered his head, dug his hooves into the dirt, and bristled his coarse mane. His small, beady eyes locked onto the hyenas with chilling calm. He was ready to fight. The first attack: one hyena lunged, aiming for the boar's hind leg, a classic tactic. Cripple the prey and wear it down. But the boar moved like a wrecking ball. With a furious grunt, he spun, tusks slashing through the air. There was a yelp of pain as the tusk raked across the hyena's shoulder, leaving a deep gash. Blood sprayed across the dry grass. The hyenas hesitated, momentarily thrown off. Prey wasn't supposed to fight back like this. The clash intensified. Predators aren't easily discouraged. They adapted quickly, flanking the boar on both sides. One darted forward, snapping at his face, while another rushed in from behind. This time, the boar charged. His short, powerful legs propelled him like a battering ram into the nearest hyena. The impact knocked the predator off its feet. Tusks slashed, tearing fur and flesh. The hyena scrambled back, limping, while the others shrieked their outrage and pressed harder. The boar fought like a creature possessed, spinning, thrusting, slashing. Every move was designed not just to defend, but to hurt. And he hurt them badly. Why was this boar so fierce? Wild boars are protective animals, especially during mating seasons or when defending territory. Lone males, known as bachelors, are often aggressive because every encounter is a test of dominance, a chance to pass on their genes or defend hard-won ground. This boar wasn't just fighting for survival. He was fighting for everything. Studies have shown that the longer an animal survives in a dangerous ecosystem, the tougher and smarter it becomes. The boar's wounds, his weathered body, these were proof he was a veteran of countless battles. Experience, pain, and instinct made him lethal. Turning the tide after several furious minutes, the hyenas began to falter. two were bleeding badly. Their yips and growls took on a new tone, one of uncertainty. The boar wasn't slowing down. If anything, he seemed to grow more dangerous as the fight dragged on. Another hyena lunged, trying for a desperate kill shot. The boar caught it mid-leap, tossing it aside with a brutal swing of his head. The hyena hit the ground hard and didn't get up. Pack animals like hyenas depend on momentum, the belief that their numbers will overwhelm. When that belief cracks, chaos follows. And chaos was exactly what the boar wanted. The retreat with one hyena down and two others nursing serious wounds, the remaining predators made the only smart decision left: run. They melted back into the tall grass, defeated, tails between their legs. The boar stood alone in the clearing, heaving, his sides flecked with blood, some of it his own, most of it not. Victory wasn't pretty. But in the wild, survival never is. Aftermath. A survivor's legacy. Long after the hyenas disappeared, the boar stayed alert. Only when darkness fully cloaked the savannah did he relax and limp toward a dense thicket for shelter. Wounds would scar. Pain would linger. But he had won. Not just the fight, the right to live another day. For the predators of that region, one message was clear: mess with this boar, and you pay in blood. This battle would be remembered, not just by the hyenas who fled, but by every creature that crossed paths with the old warrior in the months to come. The lessons of the wild nature is often romanticized as a place of balance and beauty. But at its core, it is a battlefield. Every animal, from the smallest insect to the mightiest lion, lives one heartbeat away from death. The wild boar's clash with the hyenas reminds us of something raw and powerful. Courage is not measured by size or reputation. It is measured by the will to fight when every odd is stacked against you. Conclusion. The heart of a fighter in the savage arenas of the wild, where only the strongest survive, one battered, scarred wild boar stood alone against some of nature's deadliest predators, and won. He fought not because he wanted glory. He fought because that's what survival demands. In a world ruled by tooth and claw, sometimes the most unforgettable warriors are the ones no one sees coming. Word count: 2185. Would you also like me to suggest a killer thumbnail and video description if you're planning to use this for your YouTube, Zoology Wiz channel? Fire.